So the footage of Michael Irvin and his accuser at the Marriott Hotel, I believe it's called the Renaissance. He was there while he was in town to cover the Super Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona. We're gonna go over the footage. You're gonna hear his lawyer basically narrate what's going on, and also go against the claims that was made by the Marriott on behalf of the accuser. And then I'm gonna read over the accuser's words. Now, albeit we do not have audio, so everything is left up to so much interpretation. It's gonna be a whole situation based off of hearsay. So we're gonna play this footage, and then we're gonna come back with the accuser's words based off of what the Marriott is saying. So let's get back to it.
You can see they have friendly interaction. The body language is good, and they're just talking. In fact, if you see, he keeps more space from him than he does when he's talking to any male at any point in the bar. Some of y'all probably wish you keep more space when he talk to you. That's pacing, hitting his hands. He's upset over there on the left with whatever's happening. The guy in the gray up top, that's the security guard that's wandering around. He'll circle around many times around Michael and her. Pause it 1 second. But we've been going for a while. They're having a lot of conversation. As Marriott released in their statement, they said basically, he said one word to her, an offensive, vulgar thing that he did not say, and it's clear from the video and from these witnesses. But they have a very lengthy conversation, and no one's trying to tell us what that is. Go ahead. That's where she tells some kind of joke, I believe, to him. You see him kind of bend over. She's shaking her head back and forth like that. He walked in closer to her. She didn't back up at all. Now they're shaking hands. Now I want you to watch the end interaction here. Because she's going to kind of, when the people come up, she'll kick her leg. As she walks off, she's still talking to Michael over the shoulder. All friendly. There you go. Kicks her leg. And see right here, she's going to look back over her shoulder and think of Michael. Now pause it. Pause it. Okay. They claim he was leering at her. When he looks back at the bar, she's way gone. As you're about to watch, she's going to go over here, and that guy is going to go he's going to get very visibly upset with her. And basically, if there's somebody who's, I don't want to use the word abusive, but there's somebody who's really being forward to her, it's this gentleman here. It wasn't Michael. So watch what happens. Okay, go ahead and roll the tape. You see him grab her, and she falls, now pause it. Now Michael's looking over there for the first time. He's not watching her. He's talking to these guys. You'll see in a second, they turn around and they start talking to him. The guy in the white hat. Okay, go ahead. See? Now Michael walks out to go take a selfie with this, we believe, Renaissance employee, 99% sure. And the security guy stays right there with him, who's been around for the whole conversation, really.
All right, so you heard everything broke down. You seen everything that was said by the lawyers for Michael Irvin. Now, this is what was said by the accusers on their side. So the Marriott claims this. On the night in question, Marriott says that Irvin flagged down the accuser and appeared to be visibly intoxicated and began his aggressive behavior toward the employee, shaking her hand, stating she was attractive, and asking her if she watched football. Irvin also reached out and touched the victim's arm during this conversation without her consent, causing her to step back, becoming visibly uncomfortable. Irvin then asked the victim whether she knew anything about having a big black man inside of her, the lawsuit says. Irvin then attempted to grab the victim's hand and said he was sorry if he brought up bad memories for her. The victim pulled her hand away and tried to back away from Irvin as he continued to move towards her. Two hotel employees noticed their co-worker was uncomfortable when she returned to work, and the accuser went to work the next day and reported the incident to her manager, who told her to take the complaint to loss prevention, according to the lawsuit. All right, so once again, with hearsay, you can't really confirm this until we really have the words. Either side could say this or that happened. All I could say is that I know verbal things could be like, I guess you could say it's harassment, But even if he did approach her, trying to get with her, is that really a charge? Is that really worth him losing his job? A man seeing as a woman that he's attracted to, him trying to run whatever whack game he may have, if it is a whack game, because he probably didn't seal the deal, it may not be whack game, but him trying to run some type of game to and is not successful, should he be charged for that, for failing? Like, what are we doing here? What are we really doing here? Albeit, we don't know what they're saying, but at the bare minimum, if it was just some trash ass game, should he be charged or lose his job because of that? People go to somewhere on a day-to-day, say for instance a restaurant or whatever, and they may see an attractive person that works at the restaurant, and they may talk to him, and the person has the right to say yes or no. Sometimes they say yes, and sometimes they end up being a fucking couple, but sometimes they say no, but so that person go to jail for it. Once again, in this case, don't know exactly what said, don't know how hard it came at her, but I don't think that she was under any real stress. I don't know. Maybe ladies gotta come in and clarify this for me, because all this really seems like it's because it's Michael Irvin. It seems like it's a possibility for them to get money out of the situation. I think because it's who it is the reason why things are going this far. But once again, he probably didn't say anything that was crazy. So it probably is a light conversation about whatever. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm just thinking on the worst scenario. I don't understand why these things got this wild based off of that footage that we see right there. And my subscribers know, if this nigga was on some bullshit, I will call it out. I'm not afraid to call him out. I'm not afraid to make people upset for calling men out for being on some bullshit. But in this situation, I think this ain't right. I don't think it's fair. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm going to get about to hit those. Your boy Stacy. Yo.
So who win? If I was in my room, well, don't worry about it. Go home. We'll talk about it. I said, wait, you're telling me I'm doing something and I do not know what I'm doing. You can't tell me to just go home. I played this game hard. I played the game physical. And you guys know, we all worry about it. We see what happens with our brothers, and we now know about CTE. I'm saying, how can you say I'm doing something and I don't know it, and you tell me to go home? I couldn't go home. Steve, you know, they put me in a hotel, I lived in a Marriott, and they watched me. I'm in the staff for 3 days. 3 days to make sure that I wasn't doing anything crazy. Make sure that I was okay, you know? And you guys know how hard we fought to get this tape. While I was sitting there and they were looking at me, we kept asking for the tape. Let us see what we're doing. Let us see if we're doing something. You saw how hard we fought legally. I'm just thankful. I'm just so thankful for those witnesses. I'm so thankful for this video. Because without it, yeah.